photo maybe. I drive anything. Buy my rings. Make them go insane.
Yep.
I'm already dancing.
Juice me.
My guillotine.
Hold on.
Hey. Let's go.
Hold on,
Hey, hey.
Hey guys, hold on. One of these is super loud.
Call up Mari Wednesday.
You hear this one? I'm trying to put this one down. Okay, here we go. And then that one is to that thing.
Good morning. We are
The Morning Takeover.
I'm your girl, Shanice W.
I'm A-Mac. I don't know how to act. Hey,
Hey,
What up?
guys.
That was Dean.
We are going to give you all the latest in
Live.
entertainment news, politics, and sports. We are on every
Morning.
Monday through Friday at 10:15 on The Real 1100. Let's talk.
Cause we taking it over. One city at a time.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh, man. We are live today. And, yeah, I don't know if you guys are ready for the celebrity news we have today, but anytime you see us starting to laugh before we even, right after the introduction, like, that's when you know it's
I
about
tell
to
you,
go down.
I always look forward to Monday now because we're coming in off the weekend and there's always so much foolishness in the news from the weekend. And I'm just like, when we talk about this on the show, I should have worn my shades today, but it's an overcast day. But I
But
should have
you
worn.
need to
I'm throwing
always
shades.
wear the shades when we come into the radio station. You know that.
And I'm throwing it
There's
today.
some shade everywhere. All right, guys, we got a lot of people watching us. We got gossip. We got gossip. We have revolt. Like, we have everybody watching us. We need to be on point, and we need you guys to chime in on a different topic. So, let's start, right?
Hey, let's do it.
Okay, so you know me and Ellis's friend, the Buffalo Bills receiver.
Yeah, the dude,
Zay,
the dude went crazy.
The
Let's
dude
reset
that
the
went
story.
bizarre,
Yeah.
he went bizarre in the hotel room. He was butt naked, fighting his brother. He tried to jump off a third floor. Then he made it to some balcony and like
Kicked the window
and he tried to squeeze his whole body through there. Okay, so
Like an 8-inch
last
hole.
week, Ellis said that this dude was gonna lose his job, that it was gonna be all kind of stuff.
Right.
So guess what?
But
He is not gonna be charged with vandalism.
I'm sure.
The LADA said there's not enough evidence to charge him. What evidence did he need? I saw him butt naked in a hotel room, running around. Like, what evidence? Well, I don't understand. What
I have no problem with him getting charged because
it's enough black men that are
it's
getting
not-
charged.
Right.
I feel
right.
that's how I
And
feel
if he
too.
is really, this guy is really mentally ill, and he needs more mental health services than he needs.
Right.
Felony.
But let
you
me
don't
tell
need
you,
a charge
he still has his job. Remember, you was like, he's gonna be out
today.
He still has his job. I was just really wondering what kind of evidence they were looking for, because I saw him running butt naked through a hotel and fighting. So, but a black man not being charged with a crime, I'm okay, because a lot of y'all get charged for crimes that you didn't do. So,
Exactly.
I'm okay with
or
it.
overcharged for crimes that we didn't do.
But this is the thing, guys. So, criminally, he's off. But the NFL is investigating.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's possible he'll face some kind of punishment, but criminally, he's clear. Like, as far as with, law enforcement
I would
charges.
if I was one of the NFL officials, I would knock on his door with a cup and a nurse. I want you to pee in this, and we finna take some blood. Because I got to find out what's in your system.
So either
You
this
don't
is
go that
what
kind of
I've
crazy.
come up with. I've either come up that it was like maybe possibly a bad drug trip,
Mm-hmm.
or it could be he could have mental issues. Like, mental problems are real. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, you're not on my team.
And then, he said, they asked him what he was doing. He's like, I'm about to go fight for Jesus Christ. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
something up here or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you ever seen somebody who end up getting like a lace, joint or something and them flipping out? Like, that's not I don't see that kind of stuff, but have you ever seen it?
I don't see anybody have
Do they act like that?
have a bad drug trip. I've seen people that were mentally ill and have a psychotic break.
Okay.
I used to work at a mental hospital, several mental hospitals here locally, and so I've seen it. It doesn't.
Ellis has done it all.
It doesn't frighten me. But it is something that's serious that I don't think that, I'm just glad that they didn't try to charge him for what happened. I mean,
I was hoping so. So last week you were saying
just pay for the damages and keep it moving.
Well, last week you were saying, he's not gonna have a job after this. Do you still think that?
Yes.
Like, I think he's gonna have a job. He just might get like a punishment, but you still think he's not gonna have a job?
You know what NFL stands for? Not for long. They're looking for a reason to replace you. And unless this dude can really play. Now, if you can really play, then he'll have work.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But if he's a marginal player, or if he's a player that they can find somebody to replace him and do his job, he'll be gone.
I was just
like they even said in the chat room, he's embarrassed the organization.
And he's embarrassed himself, so I think that that also might be why they let's just leave him alone. But mental health,
you don't play with crazy. You send him a letter. You don't cut him on the facility.
Right.
You let him get home, and then you call him.
Strip butt naked again and flip out.
That's not the dude you walk out with security.
Mental illness is real. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. And they're I don't know. But another black man not being charged, I'm okay with it because y'all go through enough. So. Hey.
Well, especially after what happened in Sacramento. And the dude getting shot 20 times for holding a cell phone. And did you know those police officers turned off their recording devices before they...
I saw the body cam, though.
But they turned it off after.
Oh, and they kept trying to act like, he's down, we don't see him. Y'all know y'all killed him.
They had to discuss what happened, and so they couldn't do that on the mic, so they turned off the body camera and the recording devices after they shot.
See, what I heard, it was after they, the footage I saw, it was after they shot them, and they were like, suspect, has a gun, and da-da-da. I heard a lot of that, and I was like, and then he didn't have a gun,
right. So they got to figure out how to plan it. That's why they kept grandmama inside. It was all kind of stuff. So they
Did you see the look on that grandmother's face when she looked outside? Who took a picture of that anyway? But I saw it.
But I liked what the fans did at the Sacramento Kings game. It happened to be against our Atlanta Hawks. But when they marched down there and they stopped people from going into the stadium and said, no, we need to talk about this right now.
Right.
And the Sacramento Kings owner got on the floor and made a statement. Now, he said a lot of fluff. He didn't really say anything was of any substance. But at least he made a statement as an owner of a professional team versus some of these NFL owners that have a tendency to stick their head in the sand and not speak out on social issues.
Gotcha.
So I'm with them on that. But at the end of the day, another black man is shot and killed at the hands of a police officer.
And he didn't even he wasn't armed.
He wasn't armed.
I watched the
20
helicopter coverage.
Times.
I've seen it all. I watched the helicopter coverage.
I can see once or twice. You know what? I can even give the police officer a pass once or twice. Your adrenaline's up. You're hyped. You see a guy turn. You see something in his hand. It's dark. It's dark.
Bow.
Gun. Right. You hear somebody say gun, gun, gun. You shoot, boom, boom. Once, twice, maybe. 20?
Is it fair?
Does it take 20?
Is it fair for me to say, I don't think he should have been shot at all, but at the same time, if you were going to shoot him, is it unreasonable for me to think that they could have only done it once? Just once.
That's what I'm saying.
To get him down.
That's what I'm saying. Once or twice. One or two shots is enough.
Because he can still be alive today.
It's supposed to stop. If you felt the threat, you stop him, boom, he goes down, you stop. 20 times?
Yeah, I can't.
Times?
And with the white cell phone, I'm so enraged about this whole thing. So,
it was a cell phone, it was a crowbar, it was
I
all
have to go into the next topic, which is no better, let me tell you. All right, Russell Simmons is allegedly being sued. Right, but this is one I can't bypass. He is being sued by a woman. The woman says he raped her and threatened her child. This is what went down. Okay.
Russell.
So, yeah, I'm just Russell. So anyway, her son went to an elementary school. They had a hip-hop concert. She accompanied her son. This is elementary. And so Russell Simmons saw the two of them, all this is alleged, and invited them backstage. They get backstage, they're doing the pictures or whatever.
Can we put a pause right there? Ladies, never go backstage.
What's wrong with going backstage?
Unless you're ready to give it up.
I'll go backstage to network.
Willingly.
So that's not
the
what the problem
backstage invitation is not good. Go ahead.
But she's thinking, she's trying to get her son off in hip hop, and Russell Simmons invite y'all to the backstage. It's okay, let's go talk. So she went backstage.
I need security.
Yeah. So after they went backstage, he invited her to a party at the Clariton Hotel.
The hotel party. I'm saying it's a
Right.
script. Come
It
on
was
backstage. You
it
can
was
hang with
vague.
me. Oh,
Right.
let's go to the hotel party.
So it was a
Just me and
nightclub and then a hotel bar. And she said they dropped the son off. You know, he's in elementary. And then, you know, she went to
You
kick it
dropped your
with
child off to go hang with
Russell Simmons. What's wrong with that, though? Like, it's probably a babysitter.
Oh, there's
or
plenty
anything.
wrong with that now.
Well, yeah. So, but
Maybe
the
not
son
when it
wasn't
happened.
going to be out
Maybe
kicking
not
it
when
with
it
him.
happened, but
Yeah.
it was plenty wrong with it.
So they dropped the son off.
Uh-huh.
And at that hotel bar, she said he was like, hey, I left something up in my room.
He said that.
Yeah.
I'll be right here.
I'll be
I'm
right
gonna
here.
finish my
Go get
drink.
whatever you have. I'm going to be right here. So she goes up to the hotel room.
Right.
And he closed the door.
And
he
grabbed,
was like,
and grabbed her and
he
pushed her in
said,
bed.
I'm about to F you, is what she said.
What?
And then she was like, And then this is what she said. He said, either I'm going to F you or I'm going to F your son. Yes. And yes. And so the woman in fear, like, she said she was about to leave, but he threw her on a bed and raped her. And this was the interesting thing about Russell Simmons' cases. I don't know if you guys keep up with this, but there's a lot of sexual assault charges.
Yes.
But against Russell Simmons, it's more and more rape charges.
Like violent rape.
And more violent, like it's on a whole new level.
Yeah.
And I've always had much respect for Russell Simmons, and I don't want to believe this, but this is the 13th woman who has come forward, and half of those women have said, you know, it was violence and it was rape. It just wasn't sexual assault. Now, he's innocent until, you know, proven
This is
guilty,
all
right?
alleged.
This is all alleged. But I don't really, you know.
My respect for Russell
I
has
hope
eroded
these 13
severely.
women, is it possible that 13 women are lying or no?
Ask Bill Cosby.
Well, you know, I don't really know if I want to ask him.
Ask Harvey Weinstein. We can go down the line.
So Russell, you know,
Okay.
of course, found out through the lawsuit that he said either you or your son, but I'm getting somebody. And so Russell Simmons' response is this: I am shocked to my core of all these accusations, and I have done nothing.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that's the normal response for a rapist. I mean, alleged.
Okay, I want you guys, we are, you know, of course on radio, but you can also comment in our chat room. Tell me what you guys think about this Russell Simmons situation. I need to know, what do you all think? It's 13 women now, and this woman is suing.
Hey,
So-
since we're live, you can call us after break. We are at 404-603-8770. That's
I was like, wait a minute, Zella's giving out our
603-8770. That is the number to the station. If you want to call in and comment on any of the topics that we're
Please do.
discussing, or comment on this Russell Simmons story, or any topic we're discussing, please feel free to give us a call because
Give
we're
us
live.
a
And
call.
we've got some news later on at
Yes,
the end of the
some
show.
news.
We're going to
We're
be telling
live.
y'all, teasing y'all. That's a little tease right now.
Yeah, so
But,
we're live. You can call in or you can get in the chat room.
Yeah, get it.
You know,
but,
either way.
But here's the thing about Russell. Of course he's going to say that.
Yeah.
I think it's...
And Russell has daughters now, beautiful daughters. Did you see I put up his oldest daughter? When I say she was drop dead gorgeous, and I'm like, I really hope nobody comes. You know what I'm saying? And does anything with her.
It's the double life thing.
You have to realize
he is a Dr.
you
Jekyll,
can do
and
things to
that's
you
what
got daughters.
That's what JB is saying in the chat room. He's like, it's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. I think the Russell Simmons that is on TV and that's a great business mogul and has created a nice empire for himself and had a wife and two wonderful daughters. I think that is Russell Simmons. But I also think Russell Simmons is
his ex-wife is
the dude that has been going in and pushing girls down on the floor and violently raping them. Those two people can be the same person.
And his wife, you know, his ex-wife, she has come to his defense.
I'm sure, because she doesn't know Mr. Hyde. She only knows Dr. Jekyll.
Right.
Okay?
So, guys, we are about to head to a commercial, but I have so much more explosive news. Like, I've had 2 mimosas already. Go ahead. Let's go into our
Don't
commercial.
tell us about it. Tried to make me go. And I said, no.
It's important
Amy
to ensure
Winehouse.
your heating
Go
system
away.
is working to handle the demands of winter in Atlanta. Like your vehicle, your HVAC systems require regular maintenance.
If not properly maintained, you risk dealing with the discomfort and hassle of a broken heating system at the coldest time of year. Following our tips,
Did you make your mimosa strong?
will be running
I always pour about half of it in
save
there.
money for your energy bills. Set your
If you need the
thermostat
rest of
and
this one, you can have it.
change filters regularly. Ensure you have professionally inspected your system's efficiency.
Yeah, Russell was tripping.
Cleanliness,
Russell's tripping.
refrigerant levels
And
twice a year. Good maintenance
he might be in a
often pay for
can't come to the
themselves
barbecue
energy
like
savings
on Russell.
and increase
I
their
can't bring Russell to the
Cool Air
barbecue.
Mechanical
Him,
loves
R.
the
Kelly, I
chance
couldn't
to
do it.
earn your business. Call us at
They do it.
770 Cool Air. That's 770-266-5247. Or go online at 770coolair.com.
And we are back, and you're listening to the Morning Takeover right here on the Real 1100. You have Shanisa W. and your boy Silly Thoughts on the mic. And before the break, we were talking about Russell Simmons, and he's got a lawsuit against him, again, for another forcible rape that was violent and threatening.
And that's the thing,
allegedly,
guys.
I'm going to say
Some
allegedly.
are saying sexual assault, but with Russell, they say rape,
That's
like
that's
downright out
full
violence.
on rape. I mean,
So it scares me. Like, sexual harassment, ladies, don't get me wrong, that's bad. But rape and violence, like, that takes it to a whole nother level.
this makes what they were claiming your boy at E was doing tame. He walked around jumping on people with his drawers on. I mean, it ain't nothing about. I mean, that's scary, and that's a life-changing event.
One day I'm
It's
gonna
one
walk in
thing
here.
for a man, and I'm not trying to minimize anything that men have done. So let me just make that for the record. But it's one thing for a man to touch you inappropriately. It's another thing for a man to forcibly push you down
and push himself into you.
Right, and violate your
Like,
body
that's on a whole
and your
nother
core.
level.
That's completely different. It's another. You can be angry at the first thing. On the second thing, you need some therapy.
Right.
like
Like,
some
at this
counseling.
point, like you said before,
know.
you were like, if all these accusations are true, like, does he even like women? Like,
Yeah, I don't think-
if
yeah.
you're doing all this to
Yeah.
women, and
You don't
I'm
like women,
actually
you don't
about
like
to
women.
put a picture on social media of him and his oldest daughter. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous now. Like, I'm gonna do that later on today. But going across to the next topic.
Yeah.
Amber Rose.
Oh, good.
I like Amber.
I like her. She's
Think
kind of
she's
cartoonish
beautiful.
in terms of her figure. Have you seen her?
Okay,
Like, God
yeah,
damn.
I'm actually putting her up on my
Wait a
ATL
minute.
Media Pass today for hottest image. Yeah, Amber Rose won hottest image on my new website today. But anyway, Amber, she confirmed split from 21 Savage. I knew it wasn't gonna last
21.
long, but I was
21.
hoping it
21.
would,
21.
because she was just so in love with him. Like, I felt
She
like
was so in love with Wiz
she
Khalifa
get-
too. She had a child with Wiz Khalifa.
but what is going on? Like, why are relationships not working? This is what Amber had to say. She said,
Mm-hmm.
relationships are hard. They're even harder when you're famous in your relationships.
And you're famous in your relationship
she
with somebody
said-
famous, and you only date famous rappers, and it becomes
Yeah.
very, very hard.
And
Date
she
you
said-
a businessman, I guarantee you that's not famous, and I guarantee you that relationship might last longer than you dating rappers that are famous.
No.
21, come on, man.
These businessmen don't always be on the right.
Well, get your guy,
Way
get your
too.
school teacher.
Right, I'm gonna get a school teacher next. That's what I'm gonna
Get
do.
your Zeta to Amber
So
Rose. You be all
anyway,
right.
Amber, she confirms 21 Savage, but guess what she also does in that interview?
Uh-huh.
She
Right.
She basically
started
let y'all
advertising.
know. No, she's basically letting us know. She said Black China. She defends Black China's oral sex.
Love making skills, fellatio
Yes,
skills.
because remember on that video, people blasted her, and Amber said this: if you really think Black China can't perform in that arena, you got her all the way effed up. She
But
said,
we got video evidence of her not being able to perform.
why did she put
versus-
that video out then? Like,
So Amber, wait, you have first-hand experience, or you just try to defend your friend?
so I kind of, y'all, let me say
Let me ask
this.
some questions. I think Amber Rose here. I ask her some tough questions.
Let me tell y'all, I think that, like, Black China, I would really be surprised if she didn't know how to serve it up in the bedroom. Like, I think that video, I don't understand what it was.
Wait a minute, time out. Why is there an assumption that just because she's
Because she's a
famous
freak.
and
'cause she's a freak.
an alleged freak, that she's supposed to be good in bed? She could be terrible.
A lot of freaks are good in bed, so I was kind of
And
thinking,
a lot of ones that seem freaky are terrible.
well, Amber Rose was like, don't knock my girl's skills. She was like, you got her effed up if you think that China can't, You know, I can't. I'm gonna
That's
tell y'all
an assumption.
Maybe
That's
they
an
had
assumption.
parties
I can't
together.
co-sign that.
But you know what? Maybe they had.
I need a contrary video evidence.
Maybe they had videos. You know, maybe they all like kicked it one night, and maybe she saw her doing. I don't know.
Maybe they was all in the room and they was giving lessons or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know.
But the video that she put out there is not her best work.
It is not her best work. It's ugly.
It's Eddie Murphy and Rasputia.
Did y'all see my girl Cardi B's rampage? Her rant. Sorry,
right.
On the news about her tax dollars. Did y'all see it? She's mad at Uncle Sam.
Okay.
Mad at Uncle Sam. But you gotta remember, before Cardi B, she was stripping. You know you don't really, all those taxes, like all the tips and all that, she's not reporting that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first time Cardi B is making this kind of money all the way up here. So it affected her pockets for real when, like, they took out 40%. Like, she's on a higher bracket now.
Welcome to the real world, Cardi B.
Right. Well, you know, like I said, she's used to reporting her tips, but she's not used to, you know, things she's doing being documented. You got to pay tax on. And so, in my Tupac voice, I ain't mad at you, Cardi. Like, she was like, I want receipts. She said, what are y'all doing with my money? And I know it sounds crazy, but she said, when we adopt kids from foreign countries, she said, we send money monthly. We get updates on how that child is doing. She was like, I want some kind of updates. I want some receipts. She said, New York is still dirty. It's the dirtiest city in the world. She said, there's rats still on the trains. She was like, where is my money going? I want receipts. Now, we know, you know, Uncle Selma, they're not about to give her no receipts. But I think, like I said, I felt her frustration because imagine you making millions now and 40% of it is out the door. She like, no, like, where is it going?
So Cardi B is about to become a Republican? Is that what you're telling me?
She might be like,
Cardi B, 2 words, tax shelter. Also, tell the promoters and producers, just sprinkle your check on the ground and then you can...
Right.
So you want straight cash on me like Ray Charles and you just want cash.
Right.
And they can spread it on the ground and you don't have to report it.
But you know when you're a stripper though, like when you're a stripper,
exactly.
You're not really I doubt there's a whole lot of strippers that are honestly putting you know what they're making.
It's not just strippers. It's anybody that works in the industry where your primary income is based on tips. Servers. That's why I tip cash now because I know, sir. I've worked as a server when I was in college, and I'm like, you don't have to report as much as when you get cash tips as you do when they put it on that credit card because that automatically goes into the system. So now, what I do to help servers out is if I pay them on my card, I try to have cash on me, and I put cash down as a tip, and then they can figure out how to from there. And because I know the game.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I think Cardi is making like big money moves these days,
right?
And like, yeah, she wasn't planning on all that money coming out because she's in a new tax bracket.
You can't expect the money and not expect the responsibility that comes with that money. Cardi B.
How do you feel about her recent music? I know we've talked before about.
I like the new song, the Barty Bacardi. Yeah, I like it. It's catchy. I can't understand what she's saying.
Me either.
So she got a speech impediment, but the beat is catchy and the hook is catchy.
Like Cardi, like we love her for that speech impediment. It's part of her.
Okay, special ed kids got talent too.
Oh, he's so wrong. But like as far as with Cardi, like that one song that came out, with 21 Savage. I don't know. Like I'm liking most of the music, but some of the music that comes out. Like, I'm not feeling of hers, but that doesn't mean anything because the first time I heard Bodak Yellow, I was like, what is this? But within 2 months, I'm bumping it in my car, in my Mercedes, I'm driving around, I'm like, yeah, I don't F with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a whole nother...
You need to go look up a song it's called Right Now, and she did it with, I forget the name of the rapper that she did it with. That song is really good. But yeah, and she's done some good collaborations.
They sometimes have to grow on me. And, and I mean, hey, what? Like, I still like it at the end of the day. It grows on me.
They say it in the chat room that Cardi B is the female Pootie Tang.
We are getting, I promise you guys, we will be bringing Offset's father in this week. He wants to actually come on and, talk. He's a wonderful guy. Okay, so let me run through these last two really quick. All right, guys. Paris Jackson is rumored to be dating a woman, a model and actress. Her name is Cara, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and I'm not even about to make a fool of myself on
Are we
radio.
seriously talking about Paris Jackson?
Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter.
Okay, why is she famous? Because Michael Jackson bought her?
Well, she got the last name. But I wonder how
Michael Jackson's car just got detailed this weekend.
Look, I think that honestly, guys, with this situation, like, his kids probably will end up kind of wilding out. Like, I like her speech she did at one of the award shows. But, like, they were sheltered for so long that now they like, I'm just getting it all out. And, I mean, she's rumored to be dating a model and an actress. And, yeah, so, I don't know. What do you think Michael would think about that? Like, I don't know.
I think Michael would say about that?
About her dating a woman. He was so private.
We don't know what he dated. Because if you want to talk about Black China's skills, Michael Jackson kissing skills was real suspect. Because everybody remember that kiss with Lisa Presley. That was terrible.
I'm moving along, guys. Moving along. My last thing. Let me get it out. Black Panther is officially the highest grossing superhero movie of all time. I need somebody to go with me later today. I want to watch it again. I was going to watch it on...
You got to watch it in 3D.
I was going to watch it, you know what I'm saying, on like the Fire Stick and all that, but like, no, I want to support the movie.
I'm going to watch it on Fire Stick too.
So, well, I want to go and support the movie. So anybody want to go see Black Panther tonight with me, please let me know, because I want to see it tonight. And globally, it has made $1.2 billion.
Right. It's still behind the Avengers globally, but locally in American dollars, it has surpassed the Avengers.
And
like
later on tonight, guys, we are going, because we're coming back on tonight with AMAC, because we have a special announcement.
Yeah.
But I will tell you about the spinoffs that are already coming from Black Panther. We got some spinoffs for the ladies and
the money's too
everything
large.
else. So
billions of dollars?
we have more news to come tonight at 6:30?
6:30-ish.
6:30-ish. Yeah. We're going to be live.
We get down.
We're going to be live every day
let's go ahead and
now,
break our news down, because we got time. We're coming to it, so let's break our news.
Okay.
What's our news? So our news is that we're going to be going live every day. After this week, starting next week, we're going to be at this time, 10:15, every morning. So we are going to move from being pre-recorded to a live show every day of the week.
We're going to be live every day. So if we mess up, we can do it. We're live on the radio. So
I got to work
on
censoring, every other cuss word I'd like to
right. I don't know how we going to edit Alice's cuss words.
Maybe there's a delay or something. He got a mute button, a dump button.
We got something, because Alice be trying to turn up.
But yeah, 10:15 every day. So after this week, this week we're going to be doing our typical. So we did today. We're gonna tape tonight with AMAC, and then 12:30.
We got some announcements.
We got more announcements tonight with AMAC.
Guys, thank you so much. We are out of time, but check us out tonight. We will be here. And I got more topics for y'all, believe it or not, and it's crazy. But we love you guys. Follow our social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Shanisa W on Instagram, Shanisa Whitehead on Facebook.
And I am Silly Thoughts, that's SILLE Thoughts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also you can find The Morning Takeover on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we're also on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes, follow. See you tomorrow.
These days, we barely give lunch the time of day. We bag it, brush it, skim it, and leave it to fend for itself in the fridge. What used to be a break is but a blip on the radar. Well, it's time to take lunch back. TGI Fridays give fast, fresh pairings.
So, guys, what I want you to do is I want you guys to let us know what you think about Russell Simmons and all this chaotic stuff. I want you to, what were some other things we wanted? Well, I wanted them to...
What do you think about Cardi B complaining about taxes?
Cardi B,
we all
Russell
pay taxes.
Simmons.
I mean, it's like...
My taxes ain't nowhere near Cardi B.
Cardi B? What is you talking about?
She wants receipts. She said, if I support a foreign child, I get updates. She said, I need updates for what y'all... She said, my city is dirty.
It's called being involved in reading a paper, Cardi B. You can't just walk around
40%.
taking pictures on Instagram and thinking everything your life is fabulous, and you're not cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah.
That's how it's been going on, Cardi B. You just haven't been part of it. You haven't been plugged in. Now you plugged in because you're getting a check and you see how much they're taking out.
Them strippers are not reporting.
No, they ain't reporting nothing. They're not worried about it. But I'm like, now you're worried about it because you're trying to make as much money as possible. You see, Uncle Sam got his hand in your pocket. Now you just see why all the people on Fox News are mad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Welcome to America. Okay? Thank you for joining the process, Cardi B. Maybe you'll vote next time.
Did she not vote this time?
If I was a betting man,
you would say no.
I would say Cardi B has not voted ever in her life.
Did you see that video I put up of that girl yesterday rapping? It's a girl rapping yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta blast that. Put that on. Put her on.
Everybody's blasted. I got like 10,000 shares on it. It's crazy. But yeah, guys.
I found this. Okay, so this is a crazy thing. So my daughter had a friend stay with us this weekend because her mom was going out of town, and so they asked if she could stay. So I get home and they're on the couch and they're watching on YouTube. Did you know that they're like teenagers that are like super, like mega social media stars? That's all they do. They're just, but then they do a tour.
I'm where I am because of social media. And
they do a tour with these kids, and like they just on stage, and everybody's there to see them, and they're crying like they're acting like they're stars, and they're just social media stars. But it's incredible.
The way this world has changed. Let me tell you, it used to have to be back in the day where you had to really like struggle and have talent and really make it and hope you meet the right people. Now, my success, my opportunities has grown from my social media presence. Like, if it weren't for social media, I wouldn't be doing any of the things I'm doing now.
Man.
I'm about to be on a TV show. I have, we have different things going on as far as radio. Got my website, ATL Media Pass, where I do celebrity news. None of that would have been possible if social media wasn't around. So social media we are starting to hear from people that we never would have known of before.
I just think you can have some. Like one guy one of the guys was singing this crazy song, and he was like, "They like me because of all this money I got." That was the hook. He just kept, and it was bad. But all the girls primarily that were in the audience, because it was primarily guys that were the stars of the tour, and all these girls, they were singing the song, they were swaying and singing, and it was a terrible song.
But I'm telling you, social media has changed so much, and like businesses, you can't survive without social media.
This is my same argument about the Kardashians. You need some discernible talent. At least the Kardashians are good business people. These are just kids. Like at least they have business acumen. Mm-hmm. These are just kids that just happen to be cute enough to have a bunch of girls follow them on social media.
Yeah.
And it's like,
social media, like, would I ever be doing any of the things I'm doing for social media? No.
I must be living in the wrong era.
No, you in the right era. You in the right era. We're getting all kind of opportunities now because of,
I'm still glad that social media was not around when I was in college. I'm happy about that.
You know what's funny? Like, I talk to younger kids these days, and they will never know our struggles. It's so funny because I'll be like, yeah, social media wasn't out there. And they're like, what y'all do then? And then I'm like, actually when we had reports to do in school, we had to go to the library and they're like, I go on the internet. And I'm like, no, there was no internet. We had to go into the library, spend 10 damn hours, and we're trying to...
You got to get real sources, and that's a problem now because there's so much misinformation and disinformation on the web right now that even though teachers and professors now in college are accepting using internet sources as sources, they only accept it from specific sites. So if it's a .gov site, if it's a .org site, those are more respected than .coms and .nets because those type of sites could be just manipulated so much by people that you can't just trust everything just because it's on the internet. And that's what I see a lot of this younger generation doing. Well, I found on that. I Googled it and it came up. I was like, no, that doesn't mean it was true.
But kids these
that doesn't
days,
mean somebody put it on there. Like,
don't you think it's funny though how
discernment is one of the best spiritual gifts you can have.
Don't you think though it's funny because years ago we heard from old people, they used to tell us we had to do this and we didn't have to do this and now I was telling my little niece, I'm like, we didn't have internet. She's like, well, what did you do? I'm like, we went to the library. She's like, all these different questions, and I'm talking to her and I'm like, no, there were no quick answers. And she was like, well, what if you need to look up symptoms for something, or look up. I'm like, sweetie, it didn't work like that.
They're doing a segment on World War II at his school. The teacher puts links to videos up on her e-class page. And so he just gets to sit and watch videos. I'm like, read a book.
Right.
Remember we had to read page 72 to 98?
Right. They used to
And
be
answer
like,
the question at the end of the
read
chapter.
pages
What happened to
132 to 165 tonight before you come to class tomorrow. You went home like, oh shit.
What?
Gotta read
If
all
you didn't
this.
read all the pages, you was on the bus just trying to read the things. You just
And
head just
then
shaking
here
like
come
this.
the pop quiz and for people who didn't read it. So,
Right.
you know, life
Okay.
has definitely changed. It's
Well,
changed.
stop.
It's
It's over the top.
But I was so much want to thank you guys for always tuning in. I know you guys comment a lot on Ellis's stuff. Comment on mine too. I don't get it all the time right away, but yeah, just we
She'll
like
respond to you
converse.
She'll respond to you after the show.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I love to hear what you guys' input is and what your mimosa moments are and.
But I'm excited about going live. I think that's going to be fun.
That's going to and we're
that's
not
a new
used to
challenge for
that
us.
because this is the thing. We would pre-record at 12:30, and me and Ellis we would both run up in here sometime 12:25, 12:30, 12:40 because it was pre-recording. So now we're on every single day.
We got to be here at 10:15.
At 10.
So the good news
we
for
both
you
left
is
our houses at 9.
the good news for you is we'll be on right at 10:15 because that's a hard time. So we have to.
I left my house today at 9, and it didn't take that long, but I needed to,
I left today. I took my son to school, and I came straight here, and there was an overturned car on 400.
It was going
and I was like, oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Am I gonna make it in time? But I used my little back ways and got it here.
This is a challenge. This is gonna be a challenge, but I love live radio. I do because it's more
so
fun.
raw. It's real.
It's real. I love raw radio.
It's
like
real.
there's no edits. There's no cuts. If we say something, y'all gonna hear it. Before, if we said something, then maybe they could edit it.
Or if they mess up the music. But we'll be able to have call-ins, and that's what I'm saying. That's good for you. We'll be able to have call-ins.
What's the number again?
404-603-8770. So
call in. Tell us what you think. We will take your calls while we're
we
live.
can be more interactive when it's a live show versus when it's taped. Because when it's taped, we can't do all that interaction.
Right.
It's harder to do that. But with the live show, you can call in, you want to jump in. And we're looking, hopefully, in the next few months to take it up to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get we got to get some sponsorship stuff worked out with the station, but
we can take it to an hour, and we'll still do our 60-second recap.
Mm-hmm.
Although it might be 2 recaps a day, or I don't know, but we'll work it out. But yeah, so so if you guys want to see us on longer, that'd be great. We are now the faces of the radio station. Did you tell them that?
Oh, I didn't say that.
We are the faces of the
we
radio
video
station.
About that. Yeah, we need to do 2 videos today.
Yes,
yeah.
we our show is one of the top shows here.
Yes.
Or the top show.
I think the top show.
And
that's in the sport jobs. I don't know if it's putting us on the sport jobs.
Yeah, and we're doing a lot, and we have grown quickly, and we're like the top show.
It's really because of you all. And,
it is
the support that we've gotten from you all, and the
so
station
we
really
are
likes
the
the show. And so
of the radio station. So you'll see photo shoots and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. They're doing we're reworking the website. That's going to come out this summer. So they're going to do a relaunch of the website, and we'll be prominently displayed on there along with our 60-second recaps. And so the station has really gotten behind us, and it's all because of the response we've got from you and the support that we've got from you. So we greatly appreciate it, and we're looking for bigger things as 2018 goes on.
So guys, it's now time to do that 60-second recap, and it's going to be a little crazy because I already know. It's going to be a little crazy. So we're going to do that. We'll put that out there. Then I will repost the video, tag them, and put them on YouTube. Thanks for joining, guys.
Peace.
As always, this is...
I got to give my salute.
Love it.